Your second book.
Yes,
Now,
yeah, I'm very excited.
I know it's been out a while on Amazon, but this is the first official. This is the official launch.
Yes, happening in Glen, the old Glen bar at 3 o'clock Saturday.
Brilliant, good spot. Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us a wee bit about the book. It's about a young newlywed woman. Her and her husband.
Yes, yes. It's based, John, on a real legal case from my life, from their life, my parents' life, which occurred. It's set from the years 1956 to 65. And so the central bones of the story is based on a true legal case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that it's set in sort of De Valera's Ireland is a factor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a big factor. Yeah. They were austere times. I was just talking to my friend about it, and we were saying we fought for our independence. We fought hard, and then Dev closed us right in again.
Yes. And
in
then
such an insular country.
there had to be another fight then entirely for women to get their independence.
Absolutely. He brought in the one man, one job rule, which, for somebody like my mother, proved to be a tricky situation. Of course, married men could teach away and do what they like, but married women, if they were teachers, they had to give up their job.
Yeah, I just looking back now, such strange times, and yes, we chat about the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days. No, they were tough times, and Gracie is really a woman before her times. She was a qualified teacher, which in those days, coming out of college in the late 40s, early 50s, most women who taught, and indeed some men, they were just well educated. They could read and write, or they had their leaving cert. But she was one of the first to come out of Carysford College in Blackrock, Dublin. As I say in the novel, fully qualified.
Mm-hmm. Well, she had to battle against a lot of things, and not just the era that she was living and working in, but she struggled as well with some of her neighbours, and there was some pub owners who didn't like competition.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's kind of shades of the field, John B. Keane's field about it. There's a famous quote about writing which says there are only two plots. Someone goes on a journey, or the stranger comes to town. And in Gracie, the stranger comes to town.
Okay.
It's that spaghetti Western feeling where the locals just don't want you. They're threatened. They are not very nice. They're insecure, and in comes this young, hopeful couple. Jim is a maverick. He is out of step. He's not a De Valera person. He's a Michael Collins man, which back then wasn't probably the most popular thing to be.
Wasn't seen as,
and so
as cool
they
as it is now.
stumble into a nest of wasps, if you like,
Right.
and they get very badly stung.
It's like when you walk into the post office and everything goes quiet.
Yeah, I remember those times.
Yeah, who doesn't? Yeah.
I certainly remember them, John.
Yeah, there's a bit of gossiping going on. And,
exactly.
You decided to take the plunge into writing. Some time back now. You retired in 2012, and mind you, this is only your second book. So what have you been doing for the rest of the time?
Well, this one has been in the making for about 4 years. And I suppose I'm a bit lazy. I mean, I could have stuck with it and be one of those writers who, writes from 7 to 2 and from 5 to whatever, but I wasn't really. This is it now, John. This is the timing for this one. So
Okay. And are we going to have to wait a long time then for the third one?
hopefully not. I'm actually kind of quarter way into that one now at the minute. So maybe I'm gathering confidence as I go.
Yeah, and gathering pace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so tell us about Saturday afternoon in Glen Bar.
Saturday afternoon from 3 to 5, ish. There'll be a wee glass of wine. The book will be there. I'm just hoping now that I'll have enough books for everybody, because if everybody arrives who says they're coming, there mightn't be room in the pub for them. But it's also going to be available in the bookmark, beside Penny's in Letterkenny.
Oh, yes, in the shopping centre, yeah.
That bookstore from Sunday, the day after the book launch. They'll be out there, and on Monday. So, anybody who wants it and can't make the book launch, get in there as quickly as you can. It is available. I know people who have already downloaded it on their Kindles, because a lot of people read on Kindle now. And it is on Amazon, of course. And it will be available, hopefully, for the Christmas market in all the little independent bookstores around the place as well.
And if anyone's seeking it out, it's called Gracie, and the section would be historical fiction.
Historical fiction, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the best of luck with the book. Couldn't be coming out at a better time now that there's a whole charge for books ahead of Christmas, and hopefully it features well. Listen, it's called Gracie, and the launch, just to remind listeners again, is this Saturday afternoon in the Glen Bar in Carrygart,
Yes.
in the Glen Bar in Glen. Caitrona, thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Pleasure.